Hey, 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 my beautiful people. It's your girl AC back in the place to be. Come live with me, honey. Let's vibe away. Alright, so if this is your first time seeing me, I'm AC. You should go ahead and subscribe to me because you're gonna love it over here. I'm a whole vibe. I'm a whole vibe. All by myself. Okay? And also, I wanted to say, I hope y'all are having a marvelous moon day. Y'all are feeling great, magnificent, marvelous, all of that good stuff. Today is Monday, the day that I'm recording this. Hopefully, I get it up later on tonight. But if not, I still hope y'all having a great week. So, yesterday, I was on the Tickety Talk, and I seen that my boy, my homie, Cliff, he posted a video. If you don't know who he is, which why would you know? You know what I'm saying? He is a personal trainer, and he really lives this shit. Okay, he lives this shit, and he was talking about mindset and how you have to have the right mindset in order to get the physique that you want. And me and him have had conversations all year about, the mindset that you gotta have, self-motivation, letting people go that they no longer serve the version of you that you are stepping into, and all of that good stuff. So that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit on here because I realized I haven't talked about it. You know what I'm saying? After he posted that video, I was like, oh, that's a topic. Let's roll. So here I am. And first and foremost, my journey on this health and wellness journey started 10 years ago. Okay, 10 years ago, I was in a relationship with Davy Jones, and if you have not seen that video, go ahead and pause for the cause and go check that story time out because it's good. If I do say so myself, like I'm so proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? I did not expose everything that I could have exposed. You know what I'm saying? That's just me being real. I gave y'all some tea, but I ain't give y'all too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about it too much, too much, too much, too much. All right, but yes, so go check that video out. But back on track. 10 years ago, after my miscarriage, I had got out of that relationship. Of course, we were still in that back and forth, still talking, trying to work it out, trying to figure it out, all that other stuff. However, I remember being in the house that me and him were living in, looking at myself in the mirror and just being like, yo, I don't like the version of me that I'm seeing. I don't like the fact that I am putting up with bullshit that I know good and damn well I deserve more. I deserve better than what I'm receiving and how I'm being treated, all this, that, and this. So in my mind, I was like, let me work on me. Because maybe I am the problem. And that be the case most of the time. We be the problem. You know what I'm saying? We be the problem. And I'm not saying like him cheating, his infidelity, all that other stuff wasn't the problem. But me not loving myself. Me not knowing my worth. Me not knowing when enough is fucking enough. Okay? That was the fucking problem. And I had to work on me. And that's what I did. I was like, let me learn how to love myself because I had a long list of shit that I did not like about myself. But the list of what I loved about myself, short as fuck. So I was like, let's work on this because this is not right. This is not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. So I did the work. A part of it started with me cutting my hair off and deciding I'm not gonna wear wigs anymore. Because wigs were kind of like my way of escaping and not really looking at my face. It was like, oh, what about this wig? What about this hair? You know what I'm saying? Versus actually embracing my own face. So that was like one of the major steps for me was cutting off my hair, embracing my 5 head, and just learning how to love me authentically where I was at 300 pounds. Okay, so that started, and I did do some mirror work, which I'll tell y'all a little bit about that. You know what I'm saying? I would look at myself in the mirror, butt naked, booty butt naked, y'all. And instead of looking at, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, I would force myself to say at least 3 things that I loved about myself. That helped me to embrace my body, helped me to embrace me, helped me to love me, okay? And eventually I stopped doing that, I'm not even gonna lie to you. But overall, that was my start. You know what I'm saying? And I shifted like the way I thought about life and people, and it was like, I deserve to be treated correctly. I deserve to be loved correctly. I deserve to have people around me, not just my partner, but to have people around me who respect me and genuinely love me. You know, not that crabs in a bucket mentality that I was around. But yeah, so that also started my distancing journey, where I was like, okay, I need to put space and distance between me and people who do not want what's good for me, because they don't even want what's good for themselves. You know what I'm saying? As you work on yourself and improve yourself, you will realize that there are some people that you have around you that are energy vampires, leeches, some would say narcissists, but I try not to use that word because social media done blew it the fuck up and now everybody a narcissist, child. But yeah, there are people that are like that, who see the goodness in you and they kind of don't want you to see it within yourself. So they try to like pull you down and keep you in not keep you in the survival mode instead of getting into that thriving mode that I'm in right now, child. So yes, I had to release some friends. I had to distance myself from people. I even realized, like in one of the stories I'm going to talk about, you know, friends with benefits, I realized that even when it came to sex, I can't have sex. It's so unattractive for me now to have sex with somebody who is not working on themselves. Like, I can't even get turned on. Like, pussy don't get wet or nothing at all. I don't get mentally turned on. My pussy don't get wet. Like, it's just not gonna happen, because I literally have realized that as a woman who is a receiver of both men and women, it doesn't matter, you know, but specifically men, you know, you're receiving that energy from your partner. And if it's not good energy, it affects you. You start to carry on extra baggage that ain't even yours to carry. Who got time for that? Okay, I got enough that I'm trying to deal with and then to carry on your shit because you ain't working on yourself. Fuck you. Fuck you. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody got time for that. So I literally started to build standards and have boundaries when it came to the people I engage with, because it's important to me to have people around that are actually doing the work on self. You know, so it's less work for me as a person who loves to motivate, loves to encourage, loves to do all that shit. It's less work for me. I don't always have to encourage you every time we have a fucking conversation. There is one specific person, oh my gosh, and it's crazy because I had kind of bragged on this person earlier this summer, and they came around and showed me they ain't no different from the other Tom, Dicks, and Harrys that I've fucked with, because they came back in my life on some just text and stuff, and I was like, each time we have a conversation, you complaining about something. Instead of seeing the good that's happening in your life, you are literally complaining. I don't have time to fucking do this. And I even, like, I remember 3 years ago, I had to get the mindset of, I have no kids. This is not my responsibility. I have no kids. This is not my responsibility. I have no kids. That's not my problem. And even if you have kids, you got kids. They not them. You got kids. They not them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rewire your brain, reprogram your brain to think differently and look at things differently, so that you do not, you build those boundaries. You build those boundaries, you build those standards, and you don't get sucked back into fucking survival mode or get sucked back into victim mode. Because I was a victim. I looked at myself as a victim. Oh, woe is me, he cheated on me, he had a baby on me, woe is me, woe is me. And then it was like, no, not woe is you. You never wanted kids in the first place. The only reason you even thought about kids was because of the miscarriage. The miscarriage happened because it was a blessing from divine. Oh, let's keep it pushing, sis. Let's keep it pushing. You feel me? Like, you have to reprogram the way you think about stuff in order to see the results that you want to see, whether that be physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever it is that you're thriving to do, which all of it aligns at the end of the day. Just saying. You have to reprogram your brain and your way of looking at life, looking at yourself, all of that stuff in order to receive the results that you're wanting. Like I said, no matter what results it is, okay? No matter what it is. If you're around a friend, I'm speaking from personal experience, if you're around a friend and you're doing that work on yourself and whatnot, and you just notice they're always complaining about something, no matter what it is, their life, to you is like, I can point out 80 billion things about your life right now that's going good, but you steady focus on this and that. Oh, okay. Space and distance. I'm not saying cut them out your life. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but space and motherfucking distance, okay? That's it. That's all. Either they gonna get with the program and do the inner work and see you ain't falling for that shit and whatever, or you gonna realize space and distance is so much peaceful. It's so much better. It's so much better. And you'll start to connect with people who are similar to you, who are just like you, spiritual beings having this human experience, and grateful to get up every day and exist and do the shit that makes you happy, do the shit that makes them happy. You feel me? That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go too far, but I will say, a lot of people talk about, doing shadow work and stuff like that. And I remember this was a big thing that I had to learn with shadow work. Shadow work is not for you to look at the bad things about yourself and be like, oh, I don't like that, so I'm going to turn a blind eye. No. Shadow work is for you to see where it came from. Do the inner work to see, where did this mindset come from? Where did this idea come from? Whether it be about money, whether it be about yourself, religion, whatever. Where did it come from? Get to the root of it. And if it no longer serves you, remove that shit. Prune that shit. Get it the fuck up out of there and replace it with something that serves you. And as someone who literally motivates herself when she is feeling like, I don't want to do this workout, because I have a whole workout plan for myself, okay? Had it all summer. And there was, specifically on Thursday, I did not want to lift weights. I did not want to do it. I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it. And what I normally do when I have moments like that is I allow, myself 2 to 5 minutes to complain and be like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. And then I get the fuck up and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because after I get done complaining, it's like, okay, but it betters me. It helps my mind. Blah, 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 blah. And I get up and do it. However, Thursday, I wasn't feeling it at all. Even the complaining and trying to motivate myself, it was not motivating myself. It was not working. And I was like, you know what? Integration. Let's get into this shadow shit. Because I know me. I got a lot of fire energy in me. All I need to do is get pissed off and I'm ready to lift weights. So I got on social media and allow myself 5 minutes. 5 whole minutes to just scroll, and baby, I seen, and this don't even show up on my algorithms, like verbal abuse, physical abuse is not something that normally shows up on my personal algorithms, because I don't like the shit, I don't engage with the shit, you know what I'm saying? I literally am one of those people that will click ignore on the content, or this is not for me, not interested. I'm one of those people, you know what I'm saying, to keep my algorithms the way I want them to be. However, there's a lot going on in the world, so especially in America. So I was scrolling and I seen the video of Nolan Wells getting flinged. Baby, it lit a fire in my ass to the point I had the best workout that week. That Thursday and that Friday, the best workout, because it was still like there. You know what I'm saying? It was still there. I ain't even need no motivation. I was like, yeah, we gonna get this. We gonna get this. You feel me? So that's a part of integration. Embracing those things like that anger, because like I said, a lot of fire over here. A lot of passion, a lot of aggression, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot, but if you know, you know. So I use that as fuel to get me to do the things that I, in the moment, don't want to do. Even though I know it's going to make me feel great at the end, you know, it was that, okay, the initial oomph, you know what I'm saying? It's about literally embracing the shadow and the light, because we all got it. We all got two sides to us. You just have to learn how to embrace the two, integrate the two, and become one with thyself. Okay? So I just want to say that real quick, because yeah, when you get on your spiritual journey, you hear a lot about shadow work and all this, that, and this. And if you don't know, you don't know. Because I didn't know that it was about integration and all this other stuff until I was taught that. And I was like, okay, let's get it, shawty. You know what I'm saying? So I did want to drop that little bit of knowledge in there as well. But as always, please stay safe. Keep your head on the motherfucking swivel. Stay safe. And until next time, later, gators.